Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you come across this video. Thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking, sending, and making purchases off the website, tipping the Clarista, pledges to the Patreon, purchases off the wish list, and sending things to the P.O. Box. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys so much. And also thank you so much for being here. Okay, so something is shifting. It's evolving, right? You have been shifting and evolving, but this feels like something in the physical, some sort of manifestation, something. And I feel like also with it is the perception around it, okay? Because there's some sort of programming that you have attached to this. It's like 3D programming that you have unintentionally, it's just part of the process, attached to this very 5D thing that you have manifested, that you have created. Okay, and there is this energy of you're really being encouraged to it's almost like step into this I want to say like magical energy, right? Like I don't know how to explain it. But it's like this it's like, for instance, okay, say for instance you manifested a business. Okay, this is an example, and this is actually something that I used to do, like probably like a year ago. Okay, so okay, and I would, because I was so used to like the 9 to 5 and like sitting at a desk all day, right? Like even when I didn't have like bookings or something like that, right? I would sit at the desk and I don't know, sometimes I would create, sometimes I would, but there's something about like moving out of that space and kind of just allow, it's like there's a manifestation that I feel like you're hovering over. You're hovering over it. And I feel like there's like this energy of allow the magic to magic. You know what I mean? Like you created this for a reason, right? So I'm hearing like some sort of freedom. You know what I mean? And you've released a lot of karmic ties, and you know what I mean? And so there's like this energy of like allow the magic to magic. And this doesn't have to be like a business. It could be like literally anything, but I feel like there's this energy of like hovering, right? And it's almost like there's by doing this there's like this energy, this focus of maybe like what's not happening or what's not moving or something like that. I also feel like there is this energy too of, for whoever you've manifested something, right? And I feel like you are there's a need to really pour into yourself, like a very strong need, before you reach some sort of burnout. Okay, like there's something about needing to pour into yourself. All right. Now, it's also like make sure that you're not like completely like pulling away from whatever this is, but also, you know what I mean? There's like a balance. And I feel like the divine is encouraging you to find this balance, or trying to help you find this balance. Okay? Because it's like there's something. It feels like there's something that's missing, and I feel like you're going to figure out what this is. You know what I mean? Like just take it where it fits, but it does. It feels like there's something missing. It feels like there's like, you know what I mean? Or maybe you feel like, am I missing something? Or is there something that I'm not doing? Or is there something that's like, I don't know. But it's like, I feel like the minute that you kind of quit hovering, right? And putting out this like, what's coming to mind is like overprotective energy, okay? But it could, I feel like too there's also like a little bit of perfectionism here. But what I really feel like what it comes down to is also for some of you there's like a lack of inspiration. And some of you, because there has been like a lack of inspiration, there's also this energy of maybe even like striving because of some sort of obligation, right? Feeling obligated to whatever this is. And that's fine. That's again, it's part of this like 3D programming that you have, again, unintentionally attached to this very 5D thing, this very 5D timeline, this very 5D whatever. And this too is a part of the process. You have not done anything wrong, right? But it feels like it's time to change the paradigm. It feels like it's time to change the way that you move, the way that you view this, the way that you know what I mean? And it's also like time for you to, part of what I feel like, it's like maybe you've been feeling like there is this like this like something is missing, right? And it makes me feel like it is maybe a little bit of that inspiration, a little bit of that drive, a little bit of that motivation, a little bit of that like excitement here, okay? Because again, there's been a 3D programming that has been placed on something that's very 5D. And so, but this is something that I feel like you're working through, right? Like, and so it makes me feel like doing something different. Okay, oh, sorry, I got off track. They're taking me back to, okay. So this hovering comes from, and this like striving almost comes from lack. It comes from survival. And this is something that I feel like I'm definitely feeling in my root chakra, right? And so this is something that I feel like too, that this is what you're working through, right? There is this need or this confidence that I feel like that's coming in, and just this knowing, right? That it's like part of the missing piece that you've been looking for is some sort of like something that brings you bliss. Something that, because it, again, it feels like whatever this is that you manifested is very blissful, but it feels like, again, there's been some sort of like programming that's been attached to this, and I feel like the divine is helping you to remove that, okay? So, and oftentimes when you get guidance from God, it may not make sense. It may not make sense at all, right? It's like, God, there's so many things that I'm supposed to do today, like, you know what I mean? Like that I need to do for this, this, and this, and this, right? And God's like, actually, take the day off, okay? Why don't you go shopping? Why don't you go do this? Why don't you go do that, right? Lay out in the sun, go for a walk, get out in nature, something about like, I don't know, getting out of some sort of like routine or something. It's like, again, there's like a rut here, right? And the divine's wanting to like kind of mix it up, okay? And I feel like in this guidance, when you kind of follow this guidance and do whatever it is that you're feeling guided to do, okay, you may find that missing piece, right? You may find that desire or that inspiration or that, you know what I mean? There's something very significant about all of this, and I hope it is making sense, right? Like I hope that it's like, say for instance, you know, content creator, right? It's like maybe you're a content creator or something like that, okay? And you've manifested this, you have some sort of very solid platform, but and the reason that you did that was so that you could like live freely, right? But it makes me feel like, and again, it's not to say that like creating the content is not important, right? But it makes me feel like out of survival, out of lack, you have kind of turned this into programming wise, right? You've turned this into your new 9 to 5. And that's kind of, and that's part of the process. It is okay, right? Obviously, like faith without works is dead. He's so mad. He's literally sighing and panting on the floor. Here's my boy. Excuse my old comforter. I need to do something with it. I didn't know that it was like right there where you guys could see it. Sorry. But anyways, yeah, liberation here. Okay. There is some sort of liberation that's coming with this chakra clearing. Okay. So it makes me feel like there is like just something slight that needs to change. You know what I mean? Like something that's like, yeah. For some reason, I feel like there's this energy of like needing to, whenever you come across this video, you need to pour into yourself. You need to do something for yourself. Okay. Like, and I don't know what this is. Okay. But I feel like, and I feel like you've been kind of guided towards it. You've been feeling like, yeah, I probably should do that for myself. I probably should, whatever this is. But maybe even still yet out of lack or out of survival, you haven't done that yet. Okay. And I feel like by doing this, you're breaking through something. Okay. You are going to break through something. All right. So let's see what it is. Let's get some cards on this. Yeah, there's some sort of like uncovering or some sort of like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like just a major shift in perception, okay? But it feels like there's something that's helping you move out of some sort of lack or survival, right? And it's not necessarily, whoever I'm talking to, I really honestly feel like you're not necessarily in survival, right? Like it's not like you're, some of you might be, but I feel like for a lot of you, you've worked really hard to get yourself out of that, but for some reason you're still moving like you're in that, right? And that's just part of this paradigm. It feels like there's like some sort of clearing or cleansing or something that's happening to help you kind of move out of this space, okay? Yeah. Some of you, there's like something that you're like holding on to. Drink your water, mind your business. Holding on to, right? That's like, again, it's like you're holding so tightly that it has no space to grow. That's that hovering energy. It's like you're holding so tightly that it has no space to grow. And it's like, again, this could be a business. This could be, I don't know what you've manifested. It could be a relationship. It could be, some sort of like activity, some sort of like hobby, some sort of something. And it's like, it feels like stumped. Or maybe not stumped, but just kind of like, I feel like you're on the brink of burnout, okay? And it's because there's like this, like, I don't know. I feel like too, it also feels like it's connected to the way that we view time, like time in a linear way. I feel like this is also whatever it is that you're moving through. This is also a way of like helping you move through some sort of like releasing some sort of like linear time. And it all comes down to like some sort of like the programming that you have been programmed since you were a child, right? You get up in the morning, you get yourself ready, you do whatever it is, you go to work, you go to school, right, for however long, right, most of your day. Then after work, right, you gotta, or school, you gotta like, do all these other things, right? And this takes away from, and it's like, but you, whoever I'm talking to, have manifested like a different type of reality, but you're still living the old way in this new reality. And again, it is not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, you're not in the wrong place. But it is time for you to move out of this space, right? It's time for you to change this perception. And this is what's going on. Transformation, yeah. Yeah. It's just something that you're holding on to real tight because, and I feel like it's out of fear, right? Fear that you're going to lose it, or fear that you're going to mess this up, or fear that you're going to, but I got to tell you, it probably wouldn't have manifested if it like wasn't meant for you, or if it like wasn't going to go anywhere, or if it wasn't going to, you know what I'm saying? So again, there is a little bit of perfection here, a little bit of lack, a little bit of survival, a little bit of like there's not enough time, a little bit of needing to fill your own cup, right? It is okay to do things differently. Whoever this message is for, it is absolutely okay to do things differently. And do not compare your success to other people's success. Okay? Because what works for somebody else may not work for you. There is something about you have like kind of signed up to maybe accomplish and do things differently, because I feel like what works for somebody else may be kind of part of the old paradigm. It's like you're here to like teach people something different. You're here to display or whatever, something different. You're here to do it different. Okay? So do not compare yourself to others. Do not do what others are doing. Follow your own guidance. And I feel like your guidance today, or whenever you come across this video, is telling you to get out of this routine and go fill your cup up. Okay? Go get some inspiration. All right? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to some sort of creatives in some type of way, right? Definitely people that are really good at manifesting. And again, you're just going to get better at this. And this is just something that you're simply working through and releasing at this time. But trust and know, you're going to make it through, and you're going to reach this goal of feeling freedom, of being in this free space, okay? I feel like I don't even need to like get cards. We'll get cards, but I feel like that's going to tap us into something else. So, but it's important. Look. We have work, and then we have responsibility here. And then we have fear at the bottom of the deck, and that hyena is looking to the past. There is this energy. What? What? Authenticity, reliability, right? Loyalty, okay? Yeah, man. Okay? It's like viewing change. You're viewing, it's like, with this responsibility, right, it honestly feels like, you know what I mean, like you're doing what you feel like you need to do, right? But again, I feel like there's something missing. It feels like there's something missing. It feels like, and that is, it is like getting out of your comfort zone. Okay, it's inspiration. It feels like, you know what I mean. It's like you've kind of like come into this space in which, out of habit, out of programming, out of paradigm, again, you've turned this into, and these are, like on this hyena, like look how he's got his, he's focused over here, right? This is something you've manifested this over here, okay? But again, it's like there is this, you know, fear. It's like you're focused on, you've brought some sort of old programming into this new timeline, and it's time to release it. That's all. That's all. So if you want to take a nap, take a nap. If you want to go get out in nature, go get out in nature. You know what I mean? Like it's like there is some sort of, if you need to, like for some reason, like maybe you need to, I don't know what this is. Treat yourself. Do something. Like fill your cup. Like do something different. Get out of your comfort zone and do something different, okay? Because it makes me feel like you're creating, right? Notice how like the meerkat is like these animals over here are painted and these ones are not, right? So it's like you have the ability to kind of like make this timeline what it is that you want it to be, okay? And so I feel like stepping out of your comfort zone is exactly what you need to do. Stepping out of this routine is exactly what you need to do. Now, I'm not telling you to be uh irresponsible, right? But like maybe be a little irresponsible. You know what I mean? Like what you would consider as irresponsible, right? Maybe you've been doing the responsible thing for a really long time and you're a little burnt out, right? Even if this is something that you've manifested, right? Maybe you're still working in a 9 to 5, right? Working for somebody else, because not everyone is meant to have their own business, right? Some people are meant to work for others, and that's okay. Call in, take the day off. You know what I mean? Like, okay, only if you're guided, right? Like, not everyone, like, don't take me wrong, all right? I'm not trying to, like, tell you to, like, completely, whatever. But I'm just telling you, if you're feeling guided to do that, right? There's, like, this energy of, like, you have been so responsible. You have been kind of doing the adult thing, the grown thing for an extended amount of time. And I feel like maybe it's your inner child, maybe it's your inner teenager, maybe it's just something about you, but there's some sort of, and I feel like this kind of, it's not about, I'm not saying like, to do something crazy as in like, what it is like you need new inspiration. You need that new oomph. You need that new, you know what I mean? Like like it's just like your fire is dimming. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like the flame is dimming and you need to like, fuel it for some of you. And that's literally what the whole blockage is. So some of you are like, what is happening? Why do I feel blocked? Why do I feel like there's nothing happening? There's nothing moving. There's nothing. It's because you've done the right thing. You've been on the response, and I'm not telling you to do the wrong thing. Please don't get me wrong. But I am telling you, you can have a little fun. You need a little fun. It's important. I don't care how old you are. You need a little fun. You need a little excitement. Okay? Because you're moving this space. It's like the divine is helping you to turn you around and get you fully over in this side of abundance. Because part of you are, some of you are straddling, and that's okay. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. But this is what's happening right now. This is what's going on energetically. Okay? If you're not feeling fulfilled, it is because you're not fulfilling yourself. There's something that's like kind of, and you need to mix it up a little, right? And it's not to say change it all completely. Mix it up a little. Okay? Have a little excitement. Do something that is exciting to you. Thrilling, okay? I don't know what it is, but that's what this message is today. So I think I'm honestly, I don't feel like I need to go any further. If I get out tarot, I'm going to get into some other people's business, and I don't think you need to worry about that whenever you come across this video. I think you need to get out of your comfort zone. I think you need to pat yourself on the back because you've been so freaking responsible. You've been doing the right thing for such a long time, right? You've been, you know what I mean? And I feel like, honestly, it's this energy of like literally putting yourself last. I'm getting like kind of emotional. So somebody might be getting emotional. I apologize, but I feel like you have been like putting yourself last, right? You have been, taking care of others and pouring into others and taking care of the business and taking care of, your grandparents and taking care of your parents and taking care of, whatever it is. And it feels like there is like, but I feel like it's been for like every day for a very long time. And it's like, don't forget about you. And I feel like God is saying, like, hey, we got to do something for you because you're about to crash and burn, maybe. You're about to crash and burn, maybe. Maybe. Okay? And some of you may be feeling that. Some of you are not quite there yet. Some of you are, you know what I mean? But only take this as if it resonates, right? But mix it up a little. Okay? You deserve that. You deserve that. Yeah. Yeah. Look, this is the divine. Pulling you away, taking you somewhere new, learning something new, seeing something new. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, look at this. It says, learning something new, then we have sacrifice, and then we have strategy with transformation, right? This makes me feel like because you have placed this very 3D programming on something that's very 5D, right? It's like you're controlling it, and this is something that I feel like the divine is wanting to control. And it feels like, okay, so release your plan about this, how this is going to go. And let us, and watch me work, right? Let us transform this for you, okay? Because there's something about like some sort of authenticity, right? You are reliable. You are so reliable, and you've proved that over and over and over again. You need to be reliable for yourself here, okay? Anyways, okay, I love you. Enjoy your day. Okay? Enjoy your day. Do something exciting. All right? Because honestly, I feel like there's something, it's like, I feel like there's some sort of discovery when you're out and about doing whatever you're doing. Right? Like, I don't know. Or some sort of, like I said, some sort of inspiration. It's like you're going to fuel the fire again or something. Something. Okay? So, I love you. Have a good day.